retreat next weekend. So I'm not doing my usual frequency breathwork class in October because it falls on that weekend, but I do have somebody subbing it for me. Her name is Leah Klein. Some of you might know her. She teaches around the valley, but she's awesome, and she'll be subbing my frequency class, breathwork and sound. So it will be like probably just a little bit different than you're used to with me, which is sometimes nice. So if you're around, I think it's the 2nd of October, the first weekend of October, Saturday. And then I'll be here for the next 2 full weeks teaching my classes, and then I'm off to Morocco for my Morocco retreat. So if you're around in the next couple of weeks, catch me if you can. I would love to have you. Let's see. I think that's about it. Any questions before we start? Concerns, comments? Is it hot in here? Is it okay? I just turned on the heat because it was cold when I got here, but I'll turn it off in a few minutes. Okay, let's do it. So go ahead and just find your comfortable seat. Maybe you're already there. If you want to make any little adjustments to be more comfortable or to be more intentional, feel free. And sometimes I like to just move my body. Almost always I like to move my body before settling in. So any little bits and pieces of movement or wiggles, go ahead and explore them. Maybe rolling your shoulders out, rolling your head side to side, and then eventually just finding stillness. No rush. But when you're ready to settle into your Sunday morning seated meditation. So sit up nice and tall, close your eyes, and be intentional about where you place your hands. So maybe you want to rest your hands in your lap, palms face down for more grounding, palms face up for more receptivity. Maybe you want to bring your hands to your heart, or one hand to your heart space, one hand to your belly. So whatever feels most resonant for you. And then just take these first few moments to tune in, to notice how you feel this morning. So feeling into your physical body, feeling into the sensations that are there. As simple as just noticing the ground underneath you, your sit bones against the ground, the air on your skin, your clothes on your skin. Maybe notice, is there any physical sensation happening inside through your spine, through your shoulders, through your neck? Is there any way you could soften the muscles in your face just a little bit more, let them relax? And then moving from physical, going kind of a layer deeper, moving to energetic. How do you feel energetically today? What emotions are present for you this morning? Maybe there's a lot, maybe there's not much, but just notice what's there. Sensations, perhaps in your gut or in your throat or in your heart. And you don't necessarily have to label them or know what they are, where they're coming from, but just notice the raw sensation that you feel, where you feel it. Notice the rise and fall of each breath. Next time you breathe in, very intentionally fill up as big as you can. When you think you're full, see if you can even sip in a little bit more and just feel this breath inside your body. Big open mouth sigh to let it go when you're ready. Ah. Do that 2 more times. So great big inhale, fill up. Hold in fullness, sip in a little bit extra. And then when you're ready, open mouth sigh, let it go. Last time, so biggest inhale you've taken all morning long. Take that moment to pause in fullness. And as you hold this breath, see if you can even relax around it, soften around it. Big open mouth sigh, release, just softening a little more. Seal your lips now and start to cultivate your Ujjayi breath. So in and out through your nose by way of the back of your throat. The inhale is just like you're taking a really, really deep, slow motion gas. The exhale is like you're fogging up a window, but with your lips sealed over the breath. So see if you can start to create that gentle whisper noise, that oceanic sound as your breath flows in and out, as it expands and contracts and moves through you. So take as long as you want, just in your seated meditation, connecting to your breath, feeling into your own internal rhythm. When you feel ready to move, go ahead and transition onto your hands and your knees and start to explore your own intuitive movement. So that can look so many different ways. Maybe it's just cat-cow. Inhale to arch your spine, exhale to round your back and forth through those two movements. Or you can get really intuitive, really creative. You can take your hips all the way around in big circles. You can extend one leg back long, bend your knee, circle your knee around. So lots of ways to explore. Maybe you just want to sit back in a child's pose and relax there for a moment, breathe there for a moment. So this is your time to explore your body. Invitation to close your eyes and stay inside. So rather than thinking your way through, feel your way through. Put your awareness in your spinal column. What can you notice? Put your awareness in your shoulders and your hips. What's there? Even your hands and your fingers. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Maybe you want to spin your fingers out to the sides of your mat or even back towards your knees. And just gently rock it out. Perhaps you even flip your palms to face up towards the sky. So your own exploration, whatever calls to you this morning, this ought to look different every time you do it. So really present with what you feel in this moment, present with your breath. Go inside. So get out of your mind, get into your body. In your next few rounds, I would say in your next 4 or 5 breaths, no rush, downward facing dog. So start a transition back in your own time, in your own way. Good job, you guys. Once you're back in your down dog, keep that exploration going. So keep pedaling out your heels, moving hips side to side, whatever calls to you. Maybe you want to take one leg to the sky, stretch it really long, and the other. Maybe you want to windshield wiper your heels from side to side. So you can roll onto the inner edge of one foot, outer edge of the other, and then switch it up. Make sure your hands are at least shoulder width distance apart. Spread your fingers really, really wide. And imagine you're like a gecko holding onto a screen door. So press into the ground with the pads of your fingertips and push the ground away. See if you can lift your hips really high. So maybe a big bend in your knees as you lift your butt up and back. So imagine there's an invisible rope attached to your belly button and it's pulling up, it's tugging towards the top corner of the back wall. So bend a lot and then keep bending, lift your hips, bend your knees, lift your hips. So like this, stick your butt up, like a dog. Yeah, perfect. All right, you guys, give yourself about 1 or 2 more big breaths into your down dog. So just like Ruby does when she does her down dog, she sticks her butt up really high and lengthens her spine. So feel into that. It's the same thing. Might take a big bend in your knees to feel that length in your spine and your side bodies. Sometimes I like to keep a huge bend in my knees for this first one and just really work that length. length. So feel into it and breathe into it. One more inhale. As you exhale, gaze to the top of your mat, however you want to get there. So step, tiptoe, hop, forward, fold. Once you've arrived, be in your fold for a moment. I'd recommend feet at least hips width distance apart, maybe even a little bit wider. Make sure all 10 toes face forward, little or big bend in your knees. Weight slightly forward in your feet. Yes, much better. Let your head relax, your neck relax, so head heavy. And then if you want, you can take a ragdoll pose, grab opposite elbows, just kind of sway or bob or bounce. You could even bring your hands behind your head, interlace your fingers at the base of your skull and give the back of your neck some traction. So with that bend in your knees, focus on lifting your butt up towards the sky. So keep your weight in your toes and the balls of your feet, not so much in your heels. Use the strength in your core to lift your sit bones super high. See if you can reach the crown of your head a little closer to the ground. Take about 2 more breaths. Breathe into your back body. Breathe down the backs of your legs. Feel that connection to center. That invisible rope is still attached to your belly button. It's pulling straight up. You're just like a rag doll. You're dangling, bobbing, swaying. Next time you inhale, halfway lift position. So release your arms, spine parallel to the ground. Get all the rounding out of your back. Exhale, release, fold, crown towards the ground, butt towards the sky. Again, just like that, halfway lift. So top of your head reaches forward. Tops of thighs press back, sit bones broaden. Nice, Caleb. Exhale, fold, let it go. This time we'll come all the way up. So come through your halfway lift. Inhale, rise and reach up. Gaze up. Hands to heart with your exhalation. Good job. Flow with your breath. Inhale, high mountain, reach. Exhale, take your swan dive down. So lead with your heart, lengthen your spine, then release at the bottom. Beautiful, nice falls. Halfway lift as you breathe in. So spine parallel to the ground. Feel into the length. Nice, Maddie. Exhale, bow and fold. All the way to empty. So feel that connection to center. From that place, rise all the way up. Inhale, arms stretch. Maybe gaze up. Hands to heart, exhale. Do that one more time. It's just like a moving meditation. Inhale, reach, high mountain. Take the entire length of your exhale to dive down. So feel your body move through space. Maybe close your eyes. Yes. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Back of your neck long, gaze down. Nice, Terry. Exhale, fold and bow. Press into your feet, lead with your heart, take it all the way up. Arms reach up, try to touch the ceiling with your fingertips. Hands to your heart center as you exhale. All right, this time, arms to the sky, breathe in. And then sit back with your exhale into a chair pose. So weight in your heels, butt reaches back. Keep your toes very light. See if you can even pick them up and spread them apart. So your butt is reaching back rather than your knees coming forward. Now, from here, see if you can bring your hands behind your back and interlace your fingers. If that's too much, just chair plane pose. Just reach your arms back. They don't have to clasp. If you can, interlace your fingers and see if you can reach your hands back, lift your heart. So you're staying low in your chair, but your heart is open. Now sit just a little bit deeper. Yes, very good. Weight in your heels. Pick up your toes, spread them. Take one more round, one more deep breath. Keep your clasp. End of your exhale, just bow forward, forward fold. If you do not have your fingers interlaced, if that's too much, that's okay. You might grab opposite elbows behind your back. If you've got your fingers interlaced, lift your knuckles up, reach them forward. Let your neck relax, head heavy. See if you can lift your butt higher. Weight slightly forward in your feet, relax your neck, maybe shake yes or no. Very good. One more inhale. Exhale, hands to your low back. Release your clasp, let your arms hang and give them a nice little shake out. Next inhale, halfway lift position, lengthen and realign. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank or modified plank. So top of a push-up. Spread your fingers really wide and push the ground away. Breathe into your back body. See if you can start to take just little baby rocks forward and back, just an inch or so of movement. Feeling into your wrists, your fingers, your toes, your ankles. Next time you inhale, find that little rock forward, turn your tippy toes or knees come down to modify. Exhale, lower just halfway. So strong arms, strong belly. Inhale, push back up, high plank. Do that again, little rock forward, lower halfway. Don't let your belly drop. Don't let your shoulders roll forward. Inhale, press back up, high plank. Slow as you can go, nice, Katie, all the way down to your belly. Spider-Man Cobra as you inhale. So hands out wide onto the hardwood floor, up on your fingertips, elbows face the sky. Inhale, lift your chest. As you exhale, twist to your right and dip your left shoulder down. Very good. Back to center with your inhale. Lift your heart, press down through your pelvis and your shoelaces. Other side with your exhale, twist. Beautiful. Do that once more each way. Move with your own breath. Maybe close your eyes. Feel from your shoulders. Feel into your spinal column, front body, back body, side bodies. Eventually inhale back to center. You can hold for a little extra if you want, if it feels good. Downward facing dog, however you want to transition, just do it with awareness. And once you're back in your down dog, big, spacious breaths. It'll take about 5 rounds. If you want to turn it into a turbo dog, feel free. Bend your elbows a lot and squeeze them towards each other. So it's almost like dolphin, but your forearms are hovering just an inch or so above the ground. Very nice. Big, deep breaths. Keep lifting your butt, lengthening your spine. Bring your feet out normal width and then bend your knees. Yeah, now lift your butt, keep your knees bent. Yeah, that's it. So see that length, that's what you want. All right, take one more big inhale, my friends. And then exhale, look to the top of your mat, step or hop, forward fold, top of your space. Once you have arrived, inhale to your halfway lift, lengthen out. And let it go, exhale. Root through your feet, take it all the way to stand, arms to the sky, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. All right, inhale, take your arms up. We're gonna sit back into chair pose once again. So weight in your heels, bend your knees deeply. Bring your feet about hips width distance apart if they're not already. All of your toes should face directly forward. This time we will twist. So left hand comes down in between your feet, right arm to the sky. If you wanna use a block under your left hand, perfectly fine. Thanks, Phil. Reach both hips back. Weight in your heels, knees nice and even. So make sure your knees are nice and flush with one another. Twist from your center. You can stay right here. If you want, half bind. Maybe you grab hold of the top of your left thigh, or full bind if it's in your practice. Take about 2 more rounds working your twist with your breath. So use your exhale to really ring out. If you can gaze up, take one last round. Exhale to twist, twist, twist. End of your exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees a lot to begin with. Grab hold of your big toes with your peace fingers. So index finger, middle finger around your big toes. Keep holding your big toes. See if you can find a halfway lift. So try to stick your butt out and reach the top of your head forward. Press back through the tops of your thighs. Exhale, fold. So crown towards the ground, butt towards the sky. Maybe your elbows reach out to the right and left just a little bit. Try to keep your weight forward even as you grab hold of your toes, not too much weight in your heels. Lift your butt up, breathe. Use your breath. This is an active forward fold, so use your exhale to dive just a little deeper, pull just a little further from the inside. So focus on lifting your butt up, reaching the crown of your head down. Last round. End of your exhalation, release your toes and take another halfway lift, just realigning. Inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank and pause. We're gonna take side plank on our right hand. So right hand is your foundation. Roll onto the baby toe edge of your right foot, left arm to the sky. If you would like to modify, absolutely feel free to bring your right knee down. Nice tie. Lift your hips really high. Maybe reach your left arm forward towards me, towards the front of the room, and lengthen to your left side. Yeah, maybe even float your left leg up. Beautiful, you guys, super strong. Can you find your breath? Slow, steady, spacious. One more round, your fullest expression. Awesome, Andrea. End of your exhale, plank or modified plank. So top of your push-up. Inhale, push the ground away. Find that little rock forward. And exhale, lower to your belly all the way down. This time, just a baby cobra. So stay low. Lift using the strength in your back rather than the strength in your arms. Press down through your shoelaces. Try to spread your toes and press down through your toenails. Now keep that. Float your hands up. Reach your hands back. Don't let your feet lift. So press through your shoelaces, press through your pelvis. Use the strength in your back body. Awesome. Turn your palms either to face each other or to face the ground. Bend your elbows and try to squeeze your elbows towards each other behind your back. See if you can feel your mid-back muscles fire up, muscles you may have never even felt before. Take one more big inhale, lift, lift, lift. Yes, let it go. Nice, Mary Jo. Take a moment to just rest, breathing down into your low back. Might feel nice to kind of shimmy your hips a little side to side or even windshield wiper your shins a couple times. And then as you're ready, friends, just meet up in tabletop position. So hands and knees. To get there, if you want to take a couple cat-cows, if you want to take a quick child's pose, go for it. Tabletop position, all fours. Tabletop seems pretty basic, but there's actually a lot to notice. So spread your fingers really wide, push the ground away, and feel your arms, your shoulders, even your chest muscles, your pectoral muscles fire up. So as you push the ground away, draw your belly button in and up, feel that connection to center. Now keep all of that work, all of that awareness. Take your right arm forward and your left leg back. So as you reach forward and back, don't lose the strength in your left arm or your left shoulder. Don't lose your connection to center. Rather than a smiley face shape from your fingertips back to your toes, you're going for a strong, straight, powerful line. Take one more big inhale, feeling into that length, breathing into that length. Exhale, elbow to knee like you're moving in slow motion. Curl in, round, hollow out. Good. Inhale, re-extend, get long, strong, powerful, staying connected. Exhale, elbow to knee like you're moving through molasses. Move slow and smooth with breath. Good. Inhale, re-extend. This is your last one. And exhale, elbow to knee, round your spine, hollow out your belly, pull your belly button in and up. Inhale, lengthen. Now, as you exhale, reach your right arm towards the back of the room. Bend your left knee, heel towards your butt. Lift your heart, lift your gaze. This might be where you stay. If it is available to you, grab hold of your foot or your ankle, and then start to work the pose from there. Kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot, hug in with your inner thighs. Lift your heart using the mobility in your mid and upper back. Breathe down into your belly. One last huge breath. Very nice. End of your exhale, slowly release. Come back to spinal balance. Inhale, reach forward and back. Neutral spine. One more time. Elbow to knee should feel good. Curl in, hollow out. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, set everything down. Hands and knees. All right. Bring your right leg out to the right. Toes face directly forward. And then for a moment, just kind of move your hips forward and back. Rock them forward, rock them back. If your right toes point up towards the ceiling at any time, that's totally fine. So just feeling into your hips, your groin, and then eventually come back to neutral. So you want your right heel coming straight out from your hip, toes facing directly forward. Take your left arm out to the left and then all the way up to the sky. Breathe in here. As you exhale, thread your left arm underneath you as far as you can. Reach, reach, reach. And come down to rest on the outside of your shoulder. Very gently on the outside of your head. Good. You can keep your right hand on the ground. You can even use it as gentle leverage. Push down through your right fingertips. Your right elbow might point up towards the ceiling. Or maybe you take your right arm behind your back. Maybe this is a little more restorative. You want to make it more restorative. So feel free. Make it your own. Breathe. Big, spacious breaths. So you can feel your breath in your back body. So upper back, mid back, all the way down to your low back. Each exhale, all the way to emptiness. Soften through your face, unclench your jaw. Ah, very nice, you guys. If you do happen to have your right hand lifted, set your right palm back on the ground. Next time you breathe in, unthread your left arm and reach it all the way up. One more time, open up. Set your left hand down. Pick up your right foot and swing your right leg all the way over so your right tiptoes come off the left side of your yoga mat. Then pull your hips over to the right as you gaze back over your left shoulder. So for me, I almost come down to my left forearm. You can bend one or both elbows. You can round a little. You can arch a little. You might rock forward or back. So feel into it. Find your little sweet spot and then huge breath. One more round. Very good. Nice job. Back to hands and knees. Regular tabletop. Back to downward facing dog. Spread your fingers. Tuck your toes. Lift your knees. Lift your hips. Big deep breaths. Ujjayi. Inhale, take your right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. So for this one, hips are square, inner thighs face each other. I don't care how high your right leg goes, but see if you can make it straight, strong, and powerful. So press up and back with your right foot as you press forward and down through your hands. Lift from your center. So feel that connection to your belly button, that invisible rope pulling up and tugging back. Take one more big inhale. As you exhale, right knee to your nose. So scoop out your belly, round your spine. Stay here as you breathe in, push the ground away. Shoulders over wrists, on your back, tippy toes. Good, Sophia, and then step through softly. Low lunge. Rise as you are ready, crescent lunge. Front knee over front ankle. High on the ball of your back foot, hips are square. So the stability in this pose comes by hugging towards midline. Pull your front hip back hip forward. The weight should feel nice and centered, nice and stable. Your legs are your strong foundation. And then your upper body is your own unique expression. So feel into it, lift through your heart, reach through your fingertips. Soften your face. Breathe. Yes, very nice. One more inhale. Excuse me. Exhale, hands to your front thigh. Lean forward just a bit. So strong diagonal line from the top of your head back to your left heel. Pull your belly button back and up. Feel almost as if you're trying to round or puff up through your low back only. Keep that, and then when you're ready, lean forward even more, float your back foot off the ground. You should still feel connected to your center, navel to spine, hips square. You might bend your standing leg if it's helpful. Bend it a lot if needed. Back leg strong and powerful, like you're stomping it onto an invisible wall. Stay right here, or maybe reach just your right arm forward. So right arm forward, left leg back. Yes. Take one more big inhale, reach as long as you can. Exhale, slowly come back to your crescent lunge, soft landing, settling in. Take one inhale, gaze up, reach up. Exhale, bring your hands to the ground. And then let's twist. Left hand stays down, right arm to the sky. You can use a block under your left hand if you want to. So imagine you're trying to pull your right hip towards the back wall, but at the same time, your right knee is magnetized to your left armpit. Back leg strong, twist from your center. Take about 2 more rounds to work your twist. So all the way down into your belly with your breath. Exhale to twist, twist, twist. End of your next exhalation, unwind, let it go. Walk your hands all the way over to the left long edge of your yoga mat. Perfect, nice Terry. Parallel your feet, straighten out your legs. Halfway lift on an inhale. And if you want, you can hold here a little longer. Wherever you want to go, either refold or play around, explore, get curious. You can take handstand hops, you can take headstand, you can take a twist, skandasana, or just stay right where you're at, hang out and breathe deeply, breathe intentionally. Feel whatever there is to feel, notice whatever there is to notice. Just like our regular forward fold, less weight in your heels, little more weight in the pads of your toes, balls of your feet. If you need to bend your knees a lot, totally fine. Lift your butt up. Work the crown of your head closer to the ground. If you're playing with your fold, if you're working it with your awareness, with your breath. So what is there to notice? Is there any way you could be more efficient? Is there any way you could create more space? Breathe into those tight spaces, those hard edges. Take one more round. Open mouth, exhale if you want it. You okay, Mary Jo? That was actually an impressive exit. All right, come back up, halfway lift, fingertips on the ground. And slowly crawl your hands to the top of your mat. Rotate your toes forward. So you're in a low lunge once again. From here, standing split. So right foot roots down, float your left leg to the sky. Think of it as just a one-legged forward fold. So no worries how high your left leg goes. Just reach it as high as you can. And then make your left foot active. Spread your toes or point your toes. You can stay here, or maybe you want to play with balance. Right arm behind right leg. Maybe you want to play with handstand hops. Anywhere you'd like to take it, or just be where you're at and breathe. Imagine, just like in your forward fold, that invisible rope pulling up on your belly button. Take one more huge inhale. See if you can lift your left foot just a tiny bit higher, just a millimeter higher. Yes, and then step down, forward fold, top of your yoga mat. You can give your right leg a little shake out if it needs it. Maybe just kind of pedal out your heels. Next inhale, halfway lift, realign. And fold, bow, empty out, exhale, root through your feet and rise all the way up. Arms to the sky, full body stretch with your inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. All right, inhale, take your arms up. And then again, we'll sit back into our chair. So bend your knees, weight in your heels, butt goes back. It's like there's a chair that's just a little too far behind you and you're trying to reach your butt back towards it. Feet about hips width distance apart, all of your toes face forward. Good. When you're ready, find your twist. Right hand comes down in between your feet, left arm to the sky. Keep the weight in your heels. Keep lifting your toes and spreading them. Reach your butt way back, nice Maddie. Reach the crown of your head way forward so there's length in your spine. You can wrap your left arm behind you for a half bind. Maybe grab hold of the top of your right thigh. You can take the full bind if it's in your practice and you feel ready for it. So wherever you choose to be, make sure your breath is there. It can move through you fully, freely. Take 2 more. Soften your face, maybe gaze up. Work your twist. As you exhale, ring out. Very end of your next exhalation, slowly let it go. Unwind, forward fold. All right, this time, again, you'll keep a bend in your knees, probably to begin, and bring your arms to the outsides of your legs, hands behind your ankles, forearms behind your calves, elbows behind your knees. So bend your knees a lot to begin with, and then once you've got your arms in place, see if you can press arms into legs, legs back into arms, and lift your butt up. Reach the crown of your head down. Start to work your legs towards straight. So it's an active forward fold. Press arms into legs, legs into arms. Lift your butt. Breathe. Breathe into your back body. Take about 2 more rounds. Crown towards the ground, butt towards the sky, navel to spine at the end of each exhale. Nice, Lucy. Next time you breathe in, release your arms, find your halfway lift position, realign. Exhale, let it go. Plant your hands, step back to plank. Pause. Side plank, left hand is your base this time. So roll onto the baby toe edge of your left foot, right arm to the sky. Good. Lift your hips. So the higher you lift your hips, the more weight that takes out of your wrists, the more you use your left side obliques, your abdominals. Maybe reach your right arm forward, maybe float your right leg up. Awesome, Phil. So breathing into your pose, feeling it. Soften through your face, unclench your jaw. One more big inhale. Exhale, plank or modified. Pause at the top, find your strength. Inhale, then slowly exhale all the way down to your belly. Very nice. Baby cobra to start. So lift with your back strength, not your arm strength. Press down through your shoelaces and your pelvis. Now, float your hands up, reach them back just like we did before. This time, go ahead and float your feet up, reach them back, but don't let your feet come apart. So keep hugging in with your inner thighs. And imagine that you're trying to rotate your inner thighs up towards the ceiling. So it's okay if your feet come apart a little bit, but don't let them really widen. So not a straddle with your legs hugging in towards midline. Bend your elbows, try to squeeze your elbows towards each other behind your back. Lift just a little higher. One more inhale. Nice, Andrea. Exhale, let it go. Nice work. Take a moment to just rest. Breathe into your low back. Maybe shimmy your hips or windshield wiper your shins. And then in your next couple rounds or so, tabletop position, hands and knees. So remember, as you set yourself up in your tabletop, lots of awareness. Spread your fingers, push into the ground with your fingertips and feel your arms, your shoulders, your chest muscles even fire up. So keep that connection to the strength in your arms, navel to spine. So feel that connection to center. And then take left arm forward, right leg back. Left arm forward, right leg back for your spinal balance. Good. So as you reach forward and back, not a smiley face shape, but a strong, straight, powerful line. Very nice. One more inhale. And with your exhale, like you're moving in slow motion, elbow to knee, curl in, hollow out, empty all the way out in your breath, navel to spine. Inhale, re-extend, get long, strong, and powerful. Stay connected. And elbow to knee, slowly, smoothly with your breath. Curl in, round. Good, nice try. Inhale, lengthen. One more just like that. With your exhalation, elbow to knee, round and hollow out, empty out. Nice work, re-extend. Now, take your left arm back, reach it towards the back wall, bend your right knee, heel towards your butt, lift your heart, gaze forward. So when I say lift your heart, I don't mean lift your head, I mean lift your heart. If it's available, grab hold of your foot or ankle, and then start to kick, foot in the hand, pull hand back into foot, hug in with your inner thighs. Yes, breathe down into your belly. Soften your face. One last round, fullest expression. See if you can spread your toes. End of your exhale, slow release back to spinal balance. So reach forward and back. Inhale. One more time. Exhale, elbow to knee. Should feel good. Round, hollow out. Inhale, lengthen. Good job. Exhale, lower down, all fours. Take your left leg straight out to the left, toes face forward to begin with, and then just rock it a little bit, forward and back. Come as far forward as you can, as far back as you can, just feeling into your hips and your groin. Your left tip toes turn up to face the sky, that's fine. Find your way back to neutral, left leg extended out to the left toes face directly forward. So if possible, sole of your foot on the ground. Right arm out to the right and all the way to the sky. Inhale here. Exhale, thread it through. So reach, reach, reach. Come down to rest. Outside of your shoulder, outside of your head comes down. Big, spacious back body breaths. If I came over to you, put my hands on your back, I should be able to tell, are you breathing in or are you breathing out? Are you expanding or are you contracting? Notice whatever there is to notice. Feel whatever there is to feel. Make any little adjustments that will make this pose work better in your body. Or will allow you to get more out of this posture for yourself. Take about 2 more rounds. Good job, friends. If your left hand is lifted, set it back down. Next, inhale, unthread your right arm. Reach it all the way up one more time, as high as you can. And then set your right hand down. Pick up your left foot, swing your left tiptoes all the way over so they come off the right side of your mat. Then pull your hips over to the left, gaze back over your right shoulder. So lengthen through your left side, maybe bend one or both elbows, maybe round a little or arch a little, rock forward or back a little. Take one last big deep breath. Good, back to hands and knees. Back to downward facing dog. Ujjayi, can you feel your breath? Can you hear your breath? Follow it with your awareness. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Stretch it out. So hips square, inner thighs face each other. Might feel a lot better to bend your right leg. So your leg that's holding you, maybe big bend in your right leg, high on the ball of your right foot. Or maybe you want to work your right heel towards the ground. Lengthen through your right leg. So feel into what feels best in your body, what feels most skillful for you today. As you press down into your fingertips, press up with your left foot, make it strong, straight, and powerful. Take one last big in-breath. Exhale, knee to your nose. So scoop out your belly, round your spine. Stay as you inhale, push the ground away, lift higher through your waistline. Then step forward softly. Yes, very nice. Rise into crescents. No rush. Take your time. Front knee over front ankle, high on the ball of your back foot. Caleb. Find your stability by finding midline. So front hip pulls back hip pulls forward. It's like you're taking the femur bones, those big long bones in your thighs, plugging them into the hip sockets. So everything is integrated. Everything is in integrity. Feel into that. Feel the integrity of the pose, the strength, the structure. And then feel into your unique expression. Heart lifted, gaze lifted, soft face, big deep breath. You feel your breath moving through you. One last big inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to your front thigh. Lean forward just a bit. So hands to your front thigh, really push your hands into your thigh. Draw your belly button in and up. So find that connection to your center. Keep it as you move into your balance. Lean forward, back foot floats off the ground. Imagine you're stomping your back foot onto an invisible wall behind you. Keep drawing your belly button in and up. Hips are square. If it's helpful, you can bend your standing leg a little or a lot. Stay where you're at, or maybe left arm forward. So left arm forward, right leg back. Nice pulse. Breathe, lengthen. One last round. Nice, Katie. End of your exhale. Good, Lucy. Land in your crescent lunge softly. Take an inhale to reach up. Exhale, hands come down. Twist. Right hand stays on the ground or a block, left arm to the sky. So your legs are strong, especially your back leg. It's like the power of the pose is coming out of your back foot, moving through your back leg, and then feel that connection to center. Left hip pulls towards the back wall, but your left knee is magnetized to your right armpit. Breathe down into your belly and use your exhale to ring out from the inside. Nice, Terry. Beautiful poses, you guys. One last big deep breath. End of your exhalation, let it go, unwind, walk your hands over to the right long edge of your mat, parallel your feet, straighten out your legs, halfway lift on an inhale, and then wherever you want to go with your exhale. So do the same thing you did on the other side, or try something totally different. Make sure your breath is right there with you. So use the poses to find more awareness inside your body, to find more space inside your body, to breathe into spaces that maybe have been closed off or shut down. You didn't even know they were there. Open mouth exhales at any time. Last couple of rounds. Good job, my friends. Next time you inhale, come to a halfway lift position, fingertips on the ground, so bend your knees as much as needed. Crawl your hands to the top of your mat. Rotate your toes to face forward, so you're back to a low lunge. Standing splits, left foot roots, right leg lifts. I do not care about height. Go for length and strength in your right leg, activation in your right foot. Hug in with your left inner thigh and connect to your center, navel to spine. Go wherever you want to go with this. Little handstand hops, balance challenge. If you fall out, no big deal. I think everybody should fall out of something in their practice every once in a while. Part of it, part of our process, part of the journey. So let yourself fall. Challenge yourself. Find your edge. Nice job. Let yourself shake. Take one last inhale. Exhale, step your right foot down, top of your space, forward fold. You can give your left leg a little shake out. Maybe pedal out your heel. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bow and fold. Root through your feet, rise all the way up. Big full body stretch, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. All right, inhale, take your arms to the sky. Pause here, float your right foot up, standing staff. So first find your balance here, hug in with your inner thighs, right foot active, so flex or point. And then find something in front of you on the ground or the wall, something to look at that's not moving, your drishti. We're going to twist. So if you want, you can stay here. Otherwise, left hand to the outside of your right knee or thigh. Right hand either to your sacrum, your low back, or your right arm can reach back behind you. This can be exactly where you stay. Stay here and breathe here. If you would like, you can bring your left hand to your right foot. I prefer the outer edge, or peace fingers around big toes. Start to extend your right leg, but only as much as you can without rounding your spine. So keep drawing up through the crown of your head. Thanks, Mary Jo. Feel that connection to center and work your twist from your center. Take just one more breath wherever you are at. Slowly unwind back to standing staff. So if possible, stay balanced on your left foot, arms to the sky. Option to extend your right leg. One more inhale. Now listen, as you exhale, set your right foot down and just slowly dive down, forward fold, nice and easy. Halfway lift with your in-breath. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. Move through your vinyasa however you would like, or you can go straight back to down dog. Thanks, Paul. Good. Beautiful awareness, friend. All right, from your dog pose, inhale your right leg to the sky. This time, open up your hip. So bend your knee, reach your right knee out and up. It's like your right hip is a hinge on a door and your right leg is the door. It just swings open. So feel your right hip stack on top of left. Keep pressing down into both hands. Squeeze through your outer right butt cheek and see if you can lift your right knee just a little higher. One more inhale. Exhale, right knee, left elbow, or as close as you can come. Yeah. Inhale, three-legged dog, right leg high. You can open your hip if you want to. Exhale, right knee, right armpit. Aim for the outside of your armpit. If you want, you can even add a little push-up. Don't let your butt drop. Inhale, three-legged dog. Last one, friends. Everybody, knee to your nose. Scoop out your belly, then step forward softly. Warrior two stance this time. So pivot your back heel down. Windmill your arms up. Right toes face directly forward. Left toes face directly towards the windows, to the left side of the room. Thanks, Terry. Wrap your right butt cheek underneath you. So if it feels like your butt sticks out behind you, right butt cheek wraps. Front knee tracks towards your pinky toe rather than falling in towards your big toe. Next time you breathe in, reverse your warrior. Front palm rotates up. Reach up, reach back. Keep that deep bend in your front knee. Imagine you want to lift your right ribs up away from your right hip. See if you can breathe into that space, your right waistline. Reach through your fingertips. Soften your face. Take one last round. Beautiful poses. Come back to your warrior two stance. Straighten out your front leg, setting up for triangle. So if you want to shorten your stance just a teeny tiny bit, like an inch or so, totally fine. Imagine there's a rope attached to your outer left hip and it's pulling towards the back of the room. And at the same time, your right fingertips are reaching towards the front of the room. So you're being pulled in these opposite directions. When you can't reach any further, just tip it over, right hand towards the ground, left arm towards the sky. So as you tip over, friends, you want to stay open. So when you tip over, if this is what happens, if you're looking down at the ground, come up a little bit, stay open, see if you can gaze up. Stay in your triangle pose, perfect place to be, or option for balancing half moon. So if you would like, reach your right hand forward, maybe grab a block, float your back foot up. If your back foot is floating, make it strong and powerful. If you want to turn it into Ardha Chandra Trikonasana, the bound variation, feel free. Everybody, about 2 more rounds of breath wherever you've chosen to be. Good. Soft face. Beautiful poses. See if you can come back to warrior two softly. So if you're balancing, soft landing if possible. Good job. Settle back into your warrior two stance. Find your breath. Bring your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders back and down. Shoulder blades hug your spine. If you can, reach your hands back. Maybe lift your heart up. One more big inhale here. And this is called ostrich pose. So butt reaches back and then head comes down towards the center of your yoga mat. Keep that deep bend in your front knee. If you want to bring your head further forward towards your front leg, kind of more of a humble warrior, you can play with that. Keep tracking your front knee towards your pinky toe. Don't let it fall in. Yes. Crown towards the ground. Knuckles towards the sky. Deep bend in your front leg. Strong through your back leg. Rooted through both feet. One last inhale. I know it's a lot. Exhale, hands to low back, then release your clasp. Let your fingertips come down. Lift into a halfway lift position with your wide-legged straddle legs. So parallel your feet, straighten your legs, inhale. And then exhale, just take a moment, fold. Don't hold here super long. If you want to just move a little bit, shake it out, pedal it out. And then as you're ready, fingertips on the ground, walk your hands forward, rotate your toes forward, and just step forward. Forward fold. Nice and easy. Good. Reconnect to your breath, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, let it go. Root through your feet, rise to stand all the way up, arms to the sky, breathe in. Hands either to your heart or arms by your sides, palms face open. Close your eyes and just stand for a moment, feeling from the inside. Root through your feet, draw up through the crown of your head, neutral pelvis, neutral spine. So standing with awareness, intention, attention. Maybe notice, is there a difference between right side and left side? Right leg and left leg. No judgment, just observation. What's there? Stay as you are, breathe in as big as you can, and feel this breath move into every space inside of you. When you're ready, open mouth sigh. All right, inhale, arms to the sky. This time we'll root into our right foot. So all your weight comes into your right foot. Lift your left knee up, standing stop. Find your balance, focus your gaze, feel your breath. And then when you're ready, we're gonna twist right hand to the outside of left knee or thigh. Left hand can either reach back or left hand to your sacrum, your low back. You can use it as gentle leverage. So feel the squeezing of your inner thighs, that connection to your center. You wanna keep it. If you wanna go further, right hand grabs your left foot outer edge or peace fingers around big toe. And then start to extend your left leg, but only as much as you can without rounding your back. So crown of your head still reaching up high, spine still lengthening, inner thighs squeezing, twist from your center. One more round. Very nice, everybody. Slowly unwind, stay balanced if possible. Right foot is your foundation, maybe extend your left leg long. One more big inhale. Exhale, just set your left foot down, even out your weight and dive down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, move through your vinyasa however you'd like, or skip it and go straight back to down dog. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Now without shifting through your hands or your shoulders, open up your left hip. So bend your knee, reach it out and up. Start to learn articulation through your hip joints. So feel your left hip stack on top of right. Squeeze your outer left butt cheek, active through your left foot. Push down through both hands, all 10 fingertips. One more big inhale. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. So use your obliques, get just as close as you can. Push the ground away. Nice fill. Inhale, back up, three-legged. You can open your hip if you want to. Exhale, left to left, aim high, aim for your armpit. Add a push-up if you want. Don't let your butt drop down. Inhale, back up. Awesome, Terry. And then last one, everyone, knee to your nose. Round your spine, scoop out your belly, then step forward softly. Warrior two. So back heel pivots down. Cartwheel your arms up. Left toes directly forward. Right toes directly to the right. Front heel intersects your back arch or lines up with your back toes. Left butt cheek wraps underneath your body. So rather than sticking your butt out, wrap it underneath. Next inhalation, reverse your warrior. Front palm rotates up, reach back. Keep bending deeply into your front knee. Lift your left ribs up away from your left hip. Breathe into your left side. Take one more in-breath. Exhale, come back to warrior two. Straighten your front leg. And if you want to, you can shorten your stance just a little tiny bit, an inch or so. Remember, your hips are being pulled backwards. Your left fingertips are reaching forward. So you're being pulled apart. Reach, reach, reach. When you can't reach anymore, left hand towards the ground, right arm towards the sky. So don't tip over and collapse. Stay nice and open, heart open, hips open. Yes, nice, Sophia, shoulders open. You can stay in your triangle or option for balancing half moon. Left hand reaches forward, back foot floats up, strong through your back leg. Nice work, you guys. Wherever you've chosen to be, your pose, your expression, feel into it, breathe into it. If you fall out, awesome. That means you're challenging yourself. Come back in when you're ready. 2 more rounds, your pose. Soft face, big deep breaths. End up back in warrior two. So if you're balancing, soft landing if possible. Good. Take a moment to adjust your stance if needed. Find your breath. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Switch them to one finger over so it feels a little bit awkward and unnatural. Roll your shoulders back and down. Shoulder blades hug your spine. Maybe reach your hands back. Maybe lift your heart. One more inhale. Ostrich pose. So exhale, butt goes back. Head comes down towards the center of your mat. Keep tracking your left knee open. Try not to let it fall in. So press into the outer edges of both feet. Lift your knuckles up towards the sky. Crown down towards the ground. If you want to move your upper body closer to your front leg a little bit, that's okay. More like a humble warrior. Take about 2 more breaths. I know it's a lot. Bend your front leg. Press into both feet. Breathe into your groin, your hips. Last inhale. Exhale, hands to your low back. Release your clasp. Straighten your front leg. So find that wide-legged straddle position and a halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, just hang out for a moment and you're full. Maybe moving a little bit or just breathing, relaxing. Open mouth sigh if you want it. All right, fingertips on the ground, crawl your hands forward, rotate your toes forward and step forward, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Now listen as you exhale, tiny little potato bug ball. So bring your big toes to touch, little gap in between your heels, tuck and curl, butt towards the ground, nose towards your knees. You can stay right here, maybe even wrap your arms around your shins, give yourself a great big squeeze. If you want a balance challenge, turn it into toe stand. So on your toes, hug in with your inner heels, inner thighs, inner knees, hands to heart, long spine, balancing on your tiptoes. So your pose, wherever you're at, about 2 more deep breaths. Soft through your face, unclench your jaw. Good job, you guys. Next inhale, meet in a halfway lift position. So heels down, spine long. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank, move through your vinyasa however you would like. End up in child's pose. Taking a moment just to relax, settle, soften. Breathe into your low back, low belly, and let the ground hold all of your weight. Next time you inhale, rise up, downward facing dog. Right leg to the sky. And then we're moving into pigeon pose. So right shin to the top of your mat, set your body down. Right knee towards the outer right edge of your mat. pull your right hip back, left hip forward. So if there was a ruler at the front of your hips, you want both of your hips against that ruler. Keep pulling your right hip back as you take your heart forward. If you would rather take this on your back, works better for you here, you just feel like it today, always an option. Big deep breath. Just breathe down into your hips. So that sensation in your hips, rather than avoiding it, just let it be there. Breathe into it. Take about 4 or 5 more rounds. Open mouth size at any time. Last couple of breaths. Soften your face, unclench your jaw. End of your next exhale, start to lift your upper body. You can find your way back to down dog on your own, or option to come with me. So I'm just going to plant my hands, tuck my back toes under, and take my right leg back and up, give it a nice little shake out. You may even flip your dog as a counter pose if that would feel good. So wild thing or flip dog, couple rounds if you want it. And then everybody eventually just regular down dog, walk it out. Feel into right side versus left side. If you want a vinyasa, you can take one on your own. And then just in your own time, friends, left leg to the sky, left shin forward. So come into your pigeon on your left side when you're ready. Remember, left knee towards the outer left edge, the long left edge of your mat. Pull your left hip back, right hip forward. So hug towards midline, just like you do in your lunge. Nice, Mads. And as you bow, big, spacious breaths down into your hip. So you don't hold these poses, so we can just get tighter and tighter and more anxious, more stressed. We hold these poses so we can breathe big, deep breaths and soften and surrender. So even though it's uncomfortable, rather than tightening around that discomfort and resisting it, trying to get it to go away, just allow it, just breathe into it. Teach your body, it's okay. Even though you're uncomfortable, you don't need to freak out. You are safe, you can relax, you can let go. About 4 or 5 more rounds. Good job, friends. I'll just kind of leave it up to you ultimately. So when you feel pretty much even on both sides, to start one last transition back to down dog. Maybe wild thing on this side, flip it, take a couple breaths in your back bend. Eventually walk it out. One final vinyasa as well if you'd like. And back in your final down dog, just feeling into all that space, all that length you created, breathing into it, stretching into it, lifting your hips higher, maybe working the length in the backs of your legs just a little bit more. Take one more deep breath. And then gently set your knees on the ground. Come down onto your back, whichever direction you want to face, however you want to get there. And once you're on your back, just hug your knees in, find a gentle rock from side to side. Give your low back just a nice little massage. Supine spinal twist. Let your knees either just fall over to the right side, left arm out to the left, or if there's a certain variation of a twist that you would like to take, choice is yours. About 4 or 5 breaths on this side. And then after those 4 or 5 breaths, switch to the other side. So if you have not already, legs over to the left. After you've taken a few breaths on each side, you feel pretty much even. Come back to center, find a happy baby pose to finish off your practice. So a few rounds of breath in your happy baby, maybe rocking it out, maybe extending one leg and then the other, or even both at the same time. Eventually, just start transitioning into your final relaxation. Just a simple thought for you as you move into your Shavasana. When we do not follow what feels true, we end up disconnecting from ourselves to dull the pain of being out of alignment. So anytime we don't follow what feels true on the inside, what feels true in our hearts, we end up disconnecting a little bit from ourselves, finding other ways to dull the pain, being out of alignment. So feel into you, into your body, feel into your heart, feel into the energy that lives inside of you and what it's telling you. Our bodies hold so much wisdom. If only we take the time to really tune in and listen. So for these last few moments, imagine your body, it's just this wide open space. Let the sound of the bowls move through and just notice whatever comes, whatever goes. Notice sensation, energy, emotion. Just soak it all in. What feels true for you? Shavasana. Take a deep breath in and let it go. And just slowly bring small movement back into your body. Wiggle fingers, toes. As you're ready, roll to either side, fetal position. Take a couple breaths there. Maybe as you rest on your side, just visualize in some way your practice, the energy from it, that sound bath, the energy from it, just kind of seeping in and absorbing into your body. Using the strength in your arms, guide yourself up to seated meditation. So right back where we began. Sit up nice and tall. Close your eyes, gather your hands to your heart. Just bow your head to your heart. Acknowledge yourself for showing up on this Sunday morning, taking time out of your day to be more present, to be more aware, to pay more attention, connect with a deeper place inside of you. Thank you so much for letting me guide you. The light in me sees and reflects the light in you. Namaste. All right, friends. Thank you, everybody, so much. You're so welcome. If you'd like to stay for Restore, please feel free. Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. Scotty, you're for Restore? What a pleasant surprise. Wait, Daddy's here. He's here. Right?